Hello, hello, and welcome back to Hero Infinite. And this time I'm joined with Zed
I
and Ryan.
Hello.
Yay! Yay! Crossover session.
Who would have guessed?
Me, because I sort of had to plan the whole session. All right. Okay. So, words in my mouth and how to speak them. As we're just gonna try and hop right into it. Yeah, for those who don't know, Zed plays for Zed Vessel Despair. Ryan plays Ace D'Angelo. I don't know if there's people who are only watching one Hero Infinite series instead of the whole collection. So as we begin, we open up with Ace D'Angelo standing on the roof of the apartment complex he lives in. Has Killstreak's VTOL flies off into the distance after the mission he had after the mission Trouble in Africa.
Thank you.
It's sort of a rainy day as you arrive, and you have to sort of pull the hat on and just make your way into the building.
Stay in the rain forever. Shit. Trying to hurry in as fast as I can.
As you make your way down the stairs, you turn zigzag back and forth, and then make your way down the hall. And as you step into Adelaide, her name's Adelaide, right? Yeah, Adelaide. Adelaide's apartment. Excuse me. It's a little late at night, and you creep in a little bit, and I imagine you're do you try and be quiet? How do you go about entering the store? Do you turn on and be like, I'm back?
I don't wanna it's pretty late in the night. I don't wanna wake her up.
Yeah.
If she's having a tough day or something. Yeah,
So,
just slowly creak open the door and just toe.
Creak open the door, and you start to, tiptoe through the room towards the couch. And as you see a faint red light just flicker alive in the corner of the room, and you see there's somebody sat in the love seat across from the couch that you sleep on.
My spot. Sorry.
Ace D'Angelo. Oh god, what was your hero your title? Your hero title?
World's greatest thief.
But wasn't there something that people knew you as?
Ghost of Justice.
Oh, the what?
The Ghost of Justice, I think.
Ghost of Justice, yes. Ace D'Angelo, Ghost of Justice.
Yeah, it's a bit tacky.
And she
Who are you?
moves her hand a little bit, and you see her hand start to glow green. You can see it's a beautiful woman in maybe her mid-30s with in a tight green spandex suit and a amulet of a glowing red rooster around her neck. Why don't you have a seat? And as she says that, you just body goes stiff as a green energy enraptures you, and you're moved to the couch and forced to sit down.
What the fuck? Did you not? Can I still speak? Or is
You can. Well, now as soon as you're sat down, the effect ends. Oh shit, oh fuck, it's Chris Hansen. Books and smiles in chat. Oh shit, it's Chris Hansen. But yeah, so you said, could you not? She's like, I've come as a representative of my boss, who I believe you've been looking into. The chairman.
What about him?
He'd like to employ you.
Tell him to fuck off.
Allow me to reword that. And she throws a piece of paper to you. And when you look at it, you see it is a picture of Adelaide blindfolded and tied to a chair. He'd like it, or he'd like to have you work for him. Employment's a little too kind of a word.
Sort of figured as much. Never trust criminals, even if they do have a good heart.
Oh, the chairman has far from a good heart, if you ask me. But he pays more than good enough. Not that you'll be receiving any pay, of course.
I can just steal it. Easy.
Sorry. Oh, my brain failed to process what you were saying you could steal.
And I can just steal it.
Yeah, I remember that's what you meant. She's like, good luck trying. Though, that's exactly why he wanted you. You're good at stealing. Tell me, have you heard of the OSP?
Nope.
Organization for Societal Preservation. Which I'm going to go ahead and give you a intelligence check to see how much your character knows.
Let me see. Do I have anything with advantage? Street smarts, maybe?
That wouldn't provide an advantage.
It wouldn't?
No, not in this case.
Then no.
That being
no
said,
advantage.
you did fine anyway, because this is something that anyone with a high school education in our universe would know.
I didn't graduate high school.
Right. But you still know it.
Alright.
The OSP, Organization for Societal Preservation, is an extension of the UN formed post-World War II to ensure that no one government would research or make use of incredibly dangerous technology and weaponry. Their main purpose was for the demilitarization of Germany and to avoid any one country from gaining so much power, like the power to do what the Germans had done again. They're sort of a inter-country peacekeeping group. They mostly go country to country putting up red tape to stop them from researching dangerous weapons. But you know, Cold War and shit still happened, so a lot of good they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I guess. I mean, yeah, heard about them.
They have something that the chairman wants. A certain valuable artifact. It is known as the Forge of Vessels. And she, like, sets down and, like, she waves her hand and another piece of paper goes, like, basically floats over in front of you. And you can see a little, like, it looks almost like a Rubik's Cube, an ancient, like, metallic Rubik's Cube.
Do I know how much this would fetch me?
Let's do a skill check.
No advantage, I think. Unless it's street smarts. I don't know.
What the fuck are you saying in chat, Zed?
Don't worry about it.
What the fuck? Holy shit, you rolled really fucking good. Judging by the designs of it, it looks like it's, or the appearance of it, it looks like it's very old and very well preserved, dating back potentially thousands of years. We're talking like pre-colonial era old. We're talking like like bubonic plague old. You can't tell exactly what culture it ties back to just based off the image that they have of it. The image itself looks like it's just from, words. I can use them. It looks like it was sort of a candid photo taking when this thing was in transportation at some point. It's an ancient artifact that my bought, or that the chairman would like to add to his collection.
Okay.
Said to have magical properties, making it very dangerous to handle.
Magic's real?
She sort of like chuckles a little bit. I wouldn't say magic is real per se, but would you really be surprised with everything that's been happening in the world lately? I mean,
Thinks to himself.
giant monsters arose from the ocean just a couple of days ago. Or wait,
Yes.
or hold on. Was it just a couple of days ago? I just thought, I think your character might have totally missed that. Give me a second. I think you were in Africa when that happened.
Wait, what?
Yes, hang on. Were you in Africa when that happened? Am I blind? No, you weren't in Africa when that happened. No, yeah, your character did see that. I remember I think we had talked about you seeing it. It's like, I mean,
he was sitting on the rooftop and a cup of Joe in his hand, and he's just watching the entire fight happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, hang on. In terms of actual specifics, when that was happening, did you have a session going on? No, that was when you were in hiding before you moved in with Adelaide.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you were in your motel room. Yeah, she's like, a giant monster's attacked Discordant City just a few days ago. And there's an anthropomorphized fox or anthropomorphized foxes and moths fighting crime in the city.
Yeah, I really shouldn't, have my expectations, high at this point.
But the fact of the matter is, the chairman wants the Vessel Forge, and you will get it for him, or your friend will die.
Always situations like these that make me wish I was by myself. Right, where is it? Me location, all the details.
Discordant, or the OSP headquarters right here in Discordant City. She starts, like showing you, or no, she said, hang on, words, I can speak them. It's going to be moved to the OSP headquarters here in Discordant City on May 30th.
Okay.
That'll be your opportunity to get it before it's been put into maximum security.
All right. Sounds easy enough so far.
Well, good luck. And she starts to get up to and starts walking toward the window.
Close it on your way out.
The window opens, she floats out, and it closes. And that's all the intel that you would get from her. After all, you're the fucking master thief.
Yeah, I just put my hand over my head, just rub it. Alright, time to do some research, I guess. Get up from my seat. Go nearby, computer, I guess. Right, crack my little knuckles.
Yeah, start doing.
Time to get to work.
Start doing the research.
Yep.
The research. All right. So, words. I'm going to go ahead and do a skill check to see how much you're able to gather.
I have street smarts, if that helps.
It can help mildly with some information.
Guess building layouts. Much more,
So, fucking words, I can use them. The OSP headquarters, it's located here in the central Discordant City. It's one of the buildings off the that faces towards Discordant City Park. The building itself, appearance-wise, is sort of a tall white cone like a skyscraper that's like really wide at the base and it slowly narrows as it goes up until it's sort of a radio tower tipped with a flat helicopter landing pad on the top. Inside, or the you're able to find a little bit of info, and like you are obviously like you have like a good chunk of time to scout out and like visit the locale, which I assume you do, right?
He doesn't cut corners.
Yeah. If you only go into the parts where the public is allowed to view, it should basically just be the lobby. And like bathrooms. You would see that it's got like a rather wide open floor lobby situation, but like all of the doors have some sort of like key card scanner type things, but when staff members approach them, the doors just open for them automatically, it seems like they don't swipe a card or anything. They just have like little lights at the side that like blinks on, like it goes from red to, or it blinks green, the door opens and they go through.
Strange.
As far as like gathering information with your street smarts and like browsing the internet and stuff, there seems to be implication that OSP has been ramping up its activity here in Discordant City on account of all of the superhero stuff, and you would actually, looking into it, find out that they were trying to lobby with the UN that the superhero shit going on in the city should fall under their blanket of jurisdiction. Because like their duty is to, devoid of any governmental intervention, protect the public interest. Like of not only one group but the world as a whole. And they're trying to argue that all of these superhero things present a potential threat or benefit to humanity as a whole, and therefore should be, a thing of their concern.
I just scroll past that one. Good luck. Shit.
Get a hero point for that. Excuse me. It's about to be midnight. Little bit tired. So, words. I can speak them. Aside from that, you're able to find like loose floor plans from when the building was constructed, though odds are things won't 100% line up, because this building was built after a few years after World War II. It's an old building.
They probably kept some stuff, I'm imagining.
Yeah, like general floor plan, major walls, all of that's gonna be the same. The only thing that would have changed would be them adding extra walls, if anything,
Keep that in mind, I guess.
It just occurs to me, I've never really thought about what is the actual, layout of a skyscraper.
Huh. No clue.
So I'm just gonna quickly look at skyscraper floor plans. If there's, any expected consistency. Yeah, it looks like about what I thought. Lots of hallways with individual rooms. Like mostly T-shaped hallways or boxed hallways.
Okay.
Which I say, I'm looking this up because that's sort of what these areas are like, but the building is circular, so a lot of the building is based around its circular design. And there's stuff to imply that it had a pretty good chunk of basements underneath it, maybe 3 to 4 sub levels, but you can't find detailed info on that.
Okay.
So, and that's all you'd be able to do with your cursory research without trying to find other ways to delve in deeper and gather more intel. So, is there anything you can think of that you would want to set up in preparation for what you have to do?
Are there any trips going to the place?
What do you mean by trips? Like tours?
Yeah.
No. The building hardly gets enough attention to receive tours. It's just a random bureaucratic-laden building in the middle of the city that was designed in a way that looks nice.
It's worth an ask.
Unless you wanted to spend hero points to make it so that they provide tours.
No. Hmm. I'll get a suit first. Not like a fancy suit, but like a. Are there any applications to be part of the staff?
Oh. Hmm. Yeah.
It's a big place.
They're hiring janitors. Like, they're hiring other positions, but nothing you would ever have hope of getting employed in. Like,
Yeah,
stuff that they would do far too extensive background checks for.
I just look at it and hold it, and like, it's a good pause on that screen. Send in an application.
So, you're gonna apply to be a janitor. That's what's nice about how much time in advance you're doing this. Like, it's a difference from fucking April 20th to May 3rd, timeline wise.
One long drawn out sigh.
Sorry, May 30th. I mean.
Look of shame fills his face as he just applies.
You have almost 6 weeks of prep time. So you know,
Nothing.
you would be able to get a position as janitor, which would give you the ability to just, you know, familiarize yourself. Get one, a key card of limited access. 2, familiarize yourself fairly well with the floor plans of the areas you're allowed in, and 3, hear and gather more gossip. So one, you know, as far as where you're allowed, mostly hallways, office rooms, you know, cubicle farms, things like that. But you very quickly get the hint that there are, in the upper levels of the building and the sub-levels of the building, off-limits areas. Where they're doing who knows what, and you get sort of the idea that this is probably... Or that if the thing ends up here, they're probably going to try and bring it to one of those areas. You know, thanks to your informant, that the delivery will be on May 30th. But beyond that, you don't really know, anything else about it, per se. About, like, where it's going to be stored, how it's going to be brought in, who's bringing it in, you know?
Yeah. I just know it's being brought in.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, do you want to skip to the day that the delivery would be happening? Or
yes.
is there anything else you want to try and, like, talk to me about prepping?
No, not particularly at the moment.
Okay. Well, on that same day, due to me retconning and moving around some dates to make some stuff work, that's the same day that it just so happens one very famous Ink Shadow is paying the OSP headquarters in Discordant City a visit, as they've been recruited. Which you definitely would have seen them going through the halls a few times. Hello, Zed.
Hello. Miles?
As we open up, Zed, you said you wanted to off-camera talk to somebody, but I said it would be better to do it on-camera, right?
Yeah.
So, this is later the same day that you were recruited, but before you've gone home. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And you're sort of, like, making your way towards the hall to try and meet with the board of director who you had sort of, you know, threatened the life of.
Yeah.
I imagine quite nervously.
Yeah.
And as you're walking through the hall, you know, like maybe rehearsing the thing in your head or whatever it is you're doing, you're walking along, and you turn a corner and you almost bump into one of the janitors.
Oh, sorry. By the way, he's gonna be in, like, his human form right now.
Okay. Oh, which, hang on. I'm gonna go ahead and show that on stream because it's very nice. Zeddy Boy commissioned artwork of his human form. Hang on.
Yeah, I did.
It looks good. Looks good.
Yeah.
There it is. Look at human Zeddy boy. Yee. Very cool. Done by Arm. Done by my wonderful Arm.
Yeah. The bean.
Tibby. Tibby. Tabane. But yeah, so fucking
Listen, could be like, oh, sorry, my bad.
Oh, no worries.
I'm a little lost right now.
Oh, I can point you around. I mean, been in this place for a minute.
Well, well, you wouldn't happen to know where the board members would be, would you? Looking for one that I may have pissed off earlier.
Well, you know them, right? They're all in your face about stuff.
Mm,
Would I
yeah.
know? Would I? possibly know?
yeah, you have a rough idea of like where their offices would be found.
Yeah,
The
I
board
can
members that
definitely-
have offices here, and you know that all of the board members were here in the city together. So
Yeah, I can definitely point you around. I mean, yeah. Who are you looking for?
Do I remember?
oh god.
What
So-
do they look like?
We never canonically threw out a name for them at the time, because at the time it wasn't important to give them the name.
Yeah.
So, hey, hang on, viewers, give us a name for the board member, the member of a UN organization dedicated to keeping the peace. What is this man's name? Does anybody got any suggestions? Amanda Waller. Is there a joke there I'm missing?
Amanda Waller from DC.
I don't know that character.
She's the one that
Suicide
forms the
Squad?
Suicide Squad. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, she is.
Yeah,
I
she's a
don't
bitch.
want to give her a name that's like a direct tie to fucking DC.
Oh no, I was joking.
Okay. Emander Hug and Kiss. Let's go with I want to give this person a worthwhile name. If you guys have suggestions, feel free to throw them out.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm hard thinking right now. Alexander.
Oh, what we need is a last name, because that's what you would know him by. Well, actually, Alexander's. Yeah, his last name is Alexander's. Mr. Alexander's. So yeah, you would know him as Mr. Alexander's.
I see.
Alexander Tigrate.
Vincent Alexander's a strong name.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Vincent Alexander.
Vincent Spencer's Alexander. That's his name.
Okay. Write that down. Write that down. Ooh.
Actually, for real, I should write that down before I forget. Ching chang, walla walla bing bang. Ching chang, walla walla bing bang. Fuck. Vincent Spencer's Alexander. Okay. So yeah, the office of Vincent Spencer Alexander's is where you're being pointed.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah,
Oh
no
my
worries.
god, I'm turning British. Ah.
Have fun. Walking away.
See, you start making your way there to his office. Meanwhile, you know, this is the day that the delivery is going to be made. What is your plan to get it?
I've been here for a minute. I know who goes in and out of this place, I imagine.
Yeah, and you know all of the ways in and out.
Yep.
So are you going to try and like basically camp at one of the camp at the entrance that you think it's most likely to come in through, or are you going to try and patrol between them fit quickly?
Well, janitors, they're always running around all over the place.
Yeah.
He'd be sweeping the area.
zigzagging around trying to keep your ear out.
Exactly.
As you're making your way
And-
along, you hear one of them talk. It's like, all this vessel stuff is pretty sketchy, huh? You hear like two guys talking. Do you try and follow and eavesdrop?
I'm like, I imagine I'm sweeping the floor or something, right? And just whistling, slowly backing, like making it look like I'm sweeping forward, but I'm sweeping backwards so I can keep up with the conversation, you know?
Yee. I'm going to give you a stealth check of level 3.
I have advantage on that. I have 2 dice, I think.
2 bonus dice.
Yeah, two bonus dice.
Alright.
Uh,
And you
yeah,
get
dial.
3 successes. Haha. So you start following behind them, and one's like, I mean, for excuse me, that shadow thing is seen at the giant, or that ink shadow fella is seen at the giant kaiju fight and runs away before he can join us. Then the general said, or then the commander says that she got a message from him to meet with him. And so we have to send agents halfway across the world hunting for artifacts, or some kind of artifacts pertaining to these ancient myths. I mean, it's insane. You're really gonna say that this is insane when just a couple of weeks ago there was a giant slug marching down Main Street? You know what I mean. It's just a lot to take in. Listen, if you'd been here long, or you haven't been here nearly long enough, you should see some of the stuff that they keep locked in the basement. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. You notice they're holding like folders and or like a clipboard of paper, and he's looking at it. It's like, still, this one is a lot more interesting than the last artifact.
Man.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
No, go on.
The Vessel Forge, it says. Guess it has something to do with where all these magic monsters came from. Huh. The other one's like, huh. Well, what does it say? On the anniversary, or on the anniversary of life and death, eternity will be marked on a creatures brought into this world. Its nature and fate will be reflected and given true form. That's the translation they're able to get. Wonder what it means. Anniversary of life and death. Maybe it's some significant day in the culture that made this thing? Who knows? Well, it should be arriving later, arriving in just a couple hours. Or actually, I hate to say, it should be arriving soon, is what he says. I imagine you're gonna keep tailing these two, huh?
Yeah, they don't know how to keep quiet. I'd keep tailing them.
And with that, we cut back to Zed, as you are standing outside Mr. Alexander's office. Or his temporary office. Or actually, no, not temporary office. He's one of the ones that's permanently stationed here.
He's gonna like, you know the little fox thing he had in his human form.
Yes.
I'm gonna draw that up real quick and take it out of the page and just like, okay, so
In order to make you look good. Cute little creature.
No, he's gonna offer it as
Oh.
a test subject.
Well,
He's gonna knock on the door.
you knock on the door and there's a moment, then you hear, come in. Or come in.
He's gonna like walk in.
And he looks up. Oh, it's you.
Hey, I just wanted to, say sorry for threatening you back there. I'm just a little passionate about helping people and fighting against my fate. He's gonna sit down and start making himself at home. And I don't know what you bored people like, so I brought you this thing. He's gonna offer the little fox to him. You're like the scientists that like to test them, right? Because if you're not, this gift is going to be really awkward.
Hmm. So researching is sort of Miller's thing. She's in charge of field operations and studies of things like you.
Oh. Well, what do you do then?
He's sort of like he very clearly bothered, and he just like continue like starts like go back to doing what he was doing before you came, and he's like, it's my job, or I do the same thing that the OSP is supposed to be doing, the thing we've been doing for years. I try and make sure that world governments aren't committing war crimes.
Oh.
But more importantly, I make sure that the people of the world are safe from those who would do things against our codes. And I don't know.
I'm gonna give him like a blank stare.
I must say, I'm not exactly a fan of everything that's been happening in Discordant City, but it's not like there's much we can do about things like you.
He's gonna kind of like he's gonna transform into his fox form and give him like little like sad puppy eyes. Oh, I understand. Well, yeah, sorry. He's gonna like inch away.
But as you're like inching away, he's like, before you go,
Hmm?
whatever you are, whatever your goal is, if you step out of line even a little bit, I will make sure that OSP soldiers are so far up your ass that you won't be sitting straight for days. Do you understand me?
I play Werewolf Island, though.
What?
I do that already. Bye. He's gonna close the door and run away.
Get a hero point.
He said gay any day. Yes, Arm. That is exactly what I do.
Jeez.
Oh god, that's a good one.
No, because actually, like IRL, I literally cannot sit like a normal person. I have to like
Because you
cross
take
my
it in
legs
the
when I
ass too
sit.
much.
No, I'm a virgin. Lol.
Hey, you can take it in the ass and still be a virgin.
No. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna run away, but he's gonna while he's running away, he's also gonna grab his little fox thing. He's just gonna be like, well, that went as well as I thought it would, but whatever.
You start walking through the hall, and as you're making your way through the hall, you hear you start walking by and you hear a couple security officers, and not security officers, the security members. And one of them's like, all right, get moving. We need to cover the delivery of the Vessel Forge. And
He's gonna like be and then he's gonna like de-transform, and he's gonna like kind of just walk by.
like turn into your human form.
Yeah, turn into his human form, walk by, and kind of like what's it called? Eavesdrop, but like by the vending machine.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you a stealthy check to blend in and look like you belong.
I will spend 1 hero point.
Okay. It's just going to be a level 2 challenge, so it's not hard.
Just in case.
None of them question you in any way, and as you're standing there looking at the shizno,
Mm-hmm.
you hear they don't actually talk much more about what they're doing. They just continue walking and seem to be making their way towards an area.
Okay. Hmm. Get soldiers up my ass or behave. Get soldiers up my ass to find out more about myself or behave. Don't get soldiers up my ass, but not find out more about myself. Why can't there just be some convenient trouble that I can deal with?
Get a hero point for that little bit.
Yay.
See, when I made the wording, I didn't realize how gay it sounded until after I already left my mouth, and then I realized how perfectly it worked. My brain just worked that way sometimes, though.
He's gonna continue just like weighing his options. He's just gonna be like, you know, suppose I could ask Commander Miller about it. She's still around. She better be still around.
So you go looking for Commander Miller to talk with her?
I'm gonna be like, anyone who has the right to know, it's me. After all, I know more about myself. I can protect more people from myself. I can protect myself from myself. A win-win. She'll agree.
Meanwhile, AC boy makes his way. You're following these guys, and they eventually make their way to an area, one of the lower parking garage, or the top level of the parking garage, and you sort of carefully, nonchalantly follow them from a very big distance, and they're met with a collection of guards, and they all start making small talk, like nothing interesting small talk, like, oh, how have you been doing? How's the kids? Kind of small talk.
What's his face there?
Zed?
No.
Oh.
Fucking what's his face? That one guard that I keep on running into.
Oh. For a hero point, he can be. What's his name?
Oh, I fucking forgot. I forgot, but gladly.
Oh, yeah. There's become a weird running joke that everywhere Ace D'Angelo goes, this one guard keeps getting fired and then rehired at the next location he's at.
Bruh.
I love it.
Worth every hero point, bro.
So, they're all making small talk, and I'm just like, oh, new guy. I don't know. I can't think of dialogue off the top of my head right now. It's 12:23 a.m. As they're all standing there, after a little bit, a white armored van pulls in with OSP written on the side. And, they all look over, and, the thing slows down, some guys get out, and they look over, and they immediately start, like, exchanging credentials with each other and being like, you're delivering the Vessel Forge? It's writing back in a packaging. Oh, and they go over and they start to open it up to take a look at it. And imagine you're like eking closer as a janitor. Don't mind me, I'm just mopping the parking garage. Like, are you trying to like eke in closer and get a look at it?
Yeah, definitely will.
Sure enough, it's a small metallic, like sort of Rubik's Cube looking device with strange symbols on it. Some parts of it look almost like a little sharp on spots, some have little nubs.
It's in my grasp now.
It's like, it's inside of like a nice protective metal box, which they then close shut and lock it back up. Alright, let's bring this down to the research areas. And they set it down, they basically start to like wheel it on a little hand truck.
Are they coming this way?
Some are gonna like sort of walk by vaguely in your direction, yeah. The other guys that are at the vehicle are basically gonna be, like, they start signing off on some things, and they're gonna be getting ready to head off again, it looks like.
Okay. Gotcha. I'll just try my best to, get a good idea of where they're heading off to. The guys wheeling in the little cart. Doing that.
Like, are you gonna try and follow them, or?
Watching from a distance.
Alright. Are you gonna try and do anything else?
No. He knows what he wants, and well, he's trying to get it as fast as he can.
Alright. Meanwhile, Zed, you find your way to Commander Miller. She's off in her own office doing office work things. Signing papers, stamping them.
They'll like knock politely.
Who is it?
It's me.
Come in, Zed.
Hey, so I've been curious. Have you found anything out about, well, me?
Curious about the legends about you?
Well, I know the legends about me specifically, but more specifically about other vessels.
We've... she sort of like contemplates for a moment. She's like, we've found very little. She turns her screen so that you can see it, and she starts like typing and like bringing up a few things. She says we were only able to find 2 locations that made any mentions to vessels. One was in Vietnam, a temple largely destroyed. It seems as though some people are trying to cover up whatever the legends were of you, and that's when you see the image she had shown you before of the fox eating the other 3 animals.
You're gonna look and be like, ugh.
That's where I had found the device that we used to capture the Vessel of Despair.
You mean disease?
Oh yeah, sorry, the Vessel of Disease. From what I can, it seems as though it was an item. Or it seems as though the item was meant to be used on you initially, before whatever happened to you.
Well, that's a bit of fun, isn't it?
I never did get the story of what you were, or of how you got here. I assume you lived through the age. I had assumed you were living through the ages like the other vessels, but that doesn't quite align with you being a college student.
No, I was found in a cave.
In a cave? You were in a cave for thousands of years?
Something like that. Although, if you want to know more, I gotta get consent from someone to tell you the story.
Very well.
Ooh, she's not gonna be really thrilled about me working for you guys either. I probably should have consulted her, but it's kind of too late. I did try to make amends with that guy. He made a threat back to me, rightfully so, but
give it time. I'm sure the board members will warm up to you. Though you didn't make the best first impression.
Yeah, probably not. Not really sure what came over me. I didn't really feel like myself in that moment. Like I was someone else.
What do you mean you didn't feel like yourself?
Well, it's like I said. Part of why I feel he's gonna like point to his neck and like do like the cutting motion, but still continue to point at himself, is on top of being able to feel people's, well, only feel their negative emotions, sometimes it just eats away at me, you know?
That's interesting.
Yeah, you got pills for that or something?
Sadly, no. Though it is curious. You said you had encountered another vessel who was trying to recruit you to the cause. And the one that we had fought seemed adamant on the purpose of their existence. Why is it that you're the only vessel that seeks to defy their fate?
Well, it could be the fact that I was kind of raised by humans. And though I know I'm not exactly human, because from what I gather, this form is just an illusion meant to fool you guys. I still enjoyed my time doing human things instead of being, oh, I'm gonna take over the world because I'm a one trick villain. Ooh. Yeah, that's not my style. Besides, if I do that, I'm gonna get rid of pop music. I love pop.
As you're talking with her, we're gonna quickly cut back to Ace. Which you're following them as they're trying to move the device around, or the case around, right?
Yeah.
So, you would know they're likely going to try and move it to a more secure section of the facility, meaning the longer you take, the more difficult it will become to get, you know?
Okay.
So, you're, like, from the parking garage, they begin to wheel out of the parking garage, the other guys are getting ready to go. Are you going to try and do anything before it leaves the parking garage, or follow it out? Or do you want to try and stick around and let it go away while you do something else?
I'll try and see which direction they're heading off first so I can get like a good idea.
And
I
then,
don't want to be walking in blind, right?
yeah. And then what, follow them, or?
I'll follow from a distance, yeah. Like I've
Alright.
always been doing.
You start
No need to
following
risk
them.
anything.
What?
Yeah, follow from a distance. No need to risk anything.
Yeah. You start following them as they, like, wheel it along through the halls. And, you know, they're moving towards the facility, and because you know about the layout, you would realize you think they might be moving towards the areas you don't have clearance to go into. Which it's worth mentioning, you would know that the way the doors work is the badges have sort of like, not AR scanners, I forget, they have little chips in them that the doors can sense to tell if the person's allowed into the room, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if the person's facing towards the door and walking toward it, it will open for them.
Alright. Well, I do have a mop. I do have a bucket of water. I'm gonna use my sticky hands. Alright. Where's the guard? Where's the guard that looks like he has access to this?
The guards that are moving towards that door, you know, have access to it.
Turn a monologue. That's
Particularly towards the back is a man you've bumped into several times.
Sorry, Steve. I'll just casually saunter my way over, you know, cleaning.
Yeah, and like try and sticky fingers the badge off him.
I got a better idea in my head. As soon as I get close to him, he'll probably recognize me.
Unless you took the time to have a fake mustache. I'm just making a joke.
It would work. How long would it take? How long would it take?
What do I take?
Fake mustache.
I'll tell you what. Because we've already established you do disguise stuff. For 2 hero points, you can already have one prepped and wearing it. You could have been wearing a fake handlebar mustache the whole time you've been here.
Sure, why not?
Low-key, part of me feels like whenever you're, like, disguised in this way, you go all out, like, fucking wig, like, fake facial hair, makeup.
Yeah, he doesn't want people to know it's him.
Yeah, it feels like the kind of thing you do. Even when you, like, showed up to the lobby when your initial scouting, I think you would have been in a disguise.
Yeah, he would have had a nice little hat. Like a nice little wig so they wouldn't, like, recognize him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, you know, casually, you know, just do my little best to do a little whistle.
Guy looks over. What? Or like you get his attention, he sort of looks over, he's like, what do you want?
Oh, I'm just cleaning. Yeah, just cleaning.
Right. And he sort of like looks away and continues walking with them. I imagine they're now like
right
waiting outside an elevator.
That's it. As soon as he looks away, that's when I try and go for it.
You can try and snatch the thing.
Yeah, as soon as he turns his attention.
Do you get bonus dice?
Let me see.
2 from Guile, right?
Guile. Yep. Steal with ease +2 dice.
Okay. So your Guile is separate. Okay.
I'll use 3 hero points to give me 3 advantage.
All right. I'm gonna say this is a level 3 challenge. By the way, it's worth mentioning. This is just for everyone out there watching as well. I've been developing Alpha 2 of Hero Infinite, of Heart of Action, and Hero Infinite is slowly going to get some of the slight rule changes being introduced in, so some elements might feel different than the previous episodes.
Okay.
You got 4 successes and 2 dice breaks. You needed 3 successes altogether, so you're 1 success shy. You can spend 1 hero point to get rid of one of the dice breaks and pass.
Gladly, Ollie. Okay, I'm at 69 hero points. Nice.
Alright. Now you can't earn or spend any more. If you earn them, you have to immediately spend them again.
For the rest of the session? Okay.
But, words. You carefully snatch his badge off of off of him, and are gonna sort of tail behind them, I imagine.
Yep. Exactly my plan.
They're waiting for an elevator, so I like to think you get on a different elevator, which one they're going on, that way you're not as suspicious.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of elevators here, so it's like...
They
take for a minute.
Yeah. You eventually take the elevator to the floor they're going to. You step off your elevator a few moments after they step off theirs. And you see them, you follow them over to a door which starts checking all of their badges essentially. And sadly, sweet old Stanley, he goes to go through and he's like, he realizes he lost his badge. He's like, shit, I must have left it in my locker room, and starts head off. You just lightly whistling walk by and walk right through the security door.
Alright, Stanley.
Oh, this will be quite the parable for him to share.
Shut up.
So some might even describe it as a ultimate edition for a type of parable.
Jeez, way to be subtle. Shit.
The narrator. Laugh at my references! So
That's definitely me when I don't laugh at your references.
But I was about to say the same thing, man. Shit's crazy.
So you guys fucking... Words. I like Atomic Squid in chat. Laughter.
Haha.
So you follow them through, and they are. It looks like they're in an area that's a research lab of sorts that has been set up.
Hey.
And they are walking along, and they basically bring the device to one room where it's set up, and it's basically brought into a room for a couple of scientists to study, if you get what I mean, with observation rooms and stuff around it.
Yeah.
Yee. Here, let me describe that better. So you got down the elevator, walked down a hall, went through the security door, to another hall with more rooms outside. You're now in one of the upper floors, and the hall. It's words. The hallway on this floor, from what you remember of the floor plans, would be a wheel with 3 spokes for the hallway, with rooms lining all of the outer wall, and all of the sections in between the spokes. And the research rooms, the research room you're in branches off of one of the on the outside of the wheel, if that makes sense.
I think I get it. Okay.
So it's a 3-pronged spoked wheel with rooms filling in between all of all the spokes, as well as basically wrapping around the wheel. so as you enter, or as you like, ugh, and it's like a bunch of little like research labs where they're studying like different random thing, like yeah, like it looks like some pieces of tech, some old objects. Like it looks like they're just like studying things, which is weird for an organization. As far as you can understand, is just supposed to police keep countries to stop them from committing war crimes.
Yeah, no, that's really weird. Okay. I just shake it off and just continue with what I'm supposed to be doing at the moment.
Yeah,
I
they
don't have time for distractions.
they wheel it into a lab, and a few moments later, you follow in nonchalantly to start mopping. It's like an observation room and then a study room, and they have it sitting or not even an observation room and a study room. It's just a little like set up lab, and they set it down in like on a little like platform where it's set up for some guys to do sort of like archaeological examinations of the device. And there's a bunch of like screens with just information of what they've already been able to learn before even getting it here written on them.
Okay.
So, yeah. What is your plan to get it?
So, okay. Well, I'm supposed to be a person right now,
Yeah,
so
you just look like a janitor walking around cleaning, which no one bats an eye at.
Hmm.
No one bats an eye because I did a skill check in the background.
well, thank God they don't notice yet. Okay. I'll. Hmm, Shit. What should I do? This is his internal monologue as he's sweeping.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, I just go grab it, but that's a bit too much. What if I just?
Can I do a bad DM thing and tell you a thing I just thought of that would be totally good for you to have thought of?
What?
You knew what the box looked like in advance. You know what I mean?
Huh.
From pictures that you were able to see and were left with. Well, picture. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. How much would that cost? How much would it cost?
I'm going to say because it was never brought up previously, I'm going to make it cost 25 hero points. Because that would be astronomically... If it brought it up previously and all of the chances I gave you to do prep time,
Yeah. Nah.
That's like I kept asking you, like, do you want to prep anything? Because you made the point of, like, Ace D'Angelo, like, does lots of, like, I'm going to open dumpsters and set up this and that. I was hoping to give you a chance to try and do things like that.
A bit late in the night, be real.
Yeah, sorry. I wanted to have this session earlier, but fucking... other plans I had forgotten were made that I couldn't stop. And I didn't want to put off to another day because I knew this was the only day you could do.
Yeah. Well, I will. Can I go into the room?
Yeah, you are in the room where they're like, it's, I meant to say, I started to describe it as 2 rooms, but I corrected myself saying realistically they wouldn't have 2 separate rooms. It's just, like, the one room where they have it sitting on a desk. Or on not a desk, but a counter, where they're ready to, like, research it. They're not researching it yet, there's just a few scientists, like, standing around the room, like, getting ready to.
Alright. Well, I need a big distraction right now. Is there a bunch of computers nearby?
Yes.
Sorry. As I'm
Oh no, Ryan's gone robot. What'd you say? Ryan? Uh-oh.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, when you weren't saying anything either, I was worried it was my end.
No, I'm still here. I'm kind of just what's it called?
Ryan. Oh god, Ryan's dead. Oh no. Um, hang on. There's gotta be something we can do. Uh-oh.
Uh,
Hang on. I'm going to reset the call and see if we can get him to rejoin.
all right.
Where's the disconnect from call button? I cannot just disconnect him from the call. I can only remove him from the group permanently. What the fuck? Hold on. I'm gonna try and call him directly real fast and see if that, and then we'll join back in a moment.
All right.
Where is he in my DMs? Technical difficulties. Why can't I find him in my DMs? There it is. Technical difficulties are a bad thing. I'm sorry, everybody. Ryan has vanished. Okay, he's not picking up over on that end. No. I kind of
Commercial break.
I wanted to. Oh, okay. He's now gone offline. Hopefully, he's realized what's gone wrong. He's trying to reset. I don't want to just cut back to you because like I want to quickly wrap up the scene he's in before I cut back to your scene for reasons.
Yeah. I don't worry. I will entertain our audience in the meantime.
Oh, hang on. Actually, there's just an ingenious message from Atomic Squid about elevator music plays. Give me a second. I have a better idea. Hang on.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna play some fantastic music. I'm now playing this on stream, just so you know, Zed.
Oh my. That's loud.
Oh, it's not super loud on my end. I keep adding in more loops of the song. This is what goes on in my head most days. Welcome to the world of autism, everybody. I apologize for subjecting all of you to that. I have closed it now. Where is Ryan? This is a problem. So if it takes too long for him to come back, we might need to call this here, finish session later, and then I'll need to finally, for the first time, download an actual editing software to splice these together. A thing which I've been avoiding doing for a while now. I had editing software early in my channel, but fucking stuff. That computer died and I just never re-downloaded some because I never used it. because I do all my editing on the fucking YouTube app. But the one thing is that doesn't let me do is splice 2 videos together.
Hmm.
Oh, the Halo stream was a stream. Let's not talk about it. Where's Ryan? He's still offline. He's been offline long enough that I'm now. Oh, he's back online.
Ryan?
You're back. Woo! I was getting worried there.
Yeah, internet shut itself out.
Okay. Whew. Whew. That was close. I was getting worried.
Fucking. What
Okay.
I miss?
Literally nothing. I was waiting for you because I wanted to get your scene done before we did the next thing that said. So you were gonna. You asked if there was computers, so I assume you were gonna like spill water on the computers or something.
Yeah, and I was gonna immediately run away into one of the side rooms, or like just.
Okay. I'm going to make you do a check a stealth check there to spill it without anyone noticing. I'm gonna make that level 4 challenge.
+2. I'll give myself some advantage. I'll give myself 5 advantage. Sure.
Buying 5 dice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna throw out buying those 5 dice was not necessary, because without them, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes. You rolled really good. But let's make it a uneven 9.
Nice.
So you splash some of your water on it, and then quickly throw yourself to the other end of the room as all the scientists are freaking the fuck out, and no one's looking at the little device now, or the little box, which I assume you're gonna take.
Easy enough.
You take out your duplicate one, and meanwhile, back at Zed.
I never said I did. I never said I got the duplicate.
Oh, I thought you spent. Did you not spend 25 points on it?
Nope. I said no.
Oh shit.
No.
Okay. So you're just gonna take it and not leave a copy.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Zed.
Yeah.
She's talking with you about the stuff she's trying to. She's like, the other location we found was in within central Germany. The temple had similarly been destroyed, but had enough familiar iconography that we were able to identify as pertaining to the myths of the vessels. And it's she clicks through some images that have similar carved symbols to the last temple.
He's gonna think for a moment and be like, so it's a worldwide thing.
Seemingly so.
Actually, he's gonna leap out of his seat. If we're all figures from mythology, then maybe you should try looking for, I guess, trickster / evil figures from mythology, I can brain.
This is in character, by the way.
Yeah.
Get a hero point.
He's still thinking, well, see, I was gonna say the Greeks must surely have one, but if they have one, they probably have many.
Hermes is the Greek god of mischief. He's not explicitly that, but he's the one in their mythology that would pull pranks.
Mischief isn't enough. I mean, I'm a little mischievous myself, however, according to the prophecy, I was born to a mother who was a seductress, a father who demanded worship like a god, or else he would burn people's villages down. If I ended up being raised by them...
You probably would have been evil.
Yeah, so it can't just be enough to be
So perhaps
mischievous.
the other vessels tie back to other mythology. That would be interesting.
There is one thing you have to account for. Though I am doubtful that certain figures in mythology are evil, there's no telling that they didn't rewrite the courses of history.
Mm-hmm.
After all, I've been lucky these past few times with my encounters with other vessels. You were there with the relic. And that first one was shot point blank, caught completely off guard. He seemed dead, but somehow I doubt it. In other words, in an actual 1v1 fight, I don't think I have a chance. Many of them are much older, more experienced than I am.
But maybe we have something that can help with that. In a
What's
temple
that?
in Germany, we found an artifact similar to the one we currently have. Similar to the one that was used.
Mm-hmm.
And then
it
shows
called?
the image of the little box. We were able to loosely
Vivid
translate
Cube?
it to the Vessel Forge.
Something tells me that it makes us, unless you're thinking that it can unmake us.
It's possible that the translation isn't entirely accurate. Ancient languages are difficult like that. There's often not the one-to-one translation that movies would make you believe. But we were able to determine one thing. Or we were able to determine a little bit. A sort of myth on the anniversary of life and death. When one should touch it, their fate will be made physical. That's one translation we got. And as she's saying that, we have the image of Ace reaching out, and as you grab onto it, it suddenly starts to spin around in your hand.
What the fuck? Wait.
Like pieces of it moving, and as it moves, you get a cut on your hand, and you you drop it again from the blood, and it floats in the air, and some of the scientists look over like, oh, what the fuck? And it glows. It glows Batlack, and hey, what's an animal you like?
Oh God.
What's an animal you would associate with your character?
Oh shit. Let me think. Hold on. Let me actually bring up my that one thing I plan on reading. Where is it? Ace. Where is it?
I'm making things happen.
Yep, where is it?
I hope the audience is enjoying this. I think this might be the biggest audience we've had. 5 people.
Blue ringed octopus.
Blue ringed octopus?
Yep. If you
Let's
know
see.
whose mother, if you read who his mother is.
All right. It floats in the air, and a black beam shoots from it into your chest, and you see like a shadowy silhouette emerge from it in the shape of a blue ringed octopus, which then flies into you and makes contact, and there's a burst in the room. We're not quite sure what the text means, but perhaps in some way we can use the device to empower you.
Repeat it to me again.
On the day of life and death, when one makes contact with it, their fate will be made physical.
He's gonna think for a moment. So, okay. Mind if I DM you something?
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny.
So, meanwhile, while that's happening, Ryan, you fucking, like, you can swear you hear, like, whispering and sounds for a brief moment as you feel like, something, like a strange energy welling in you. Words. I can use them. I can speak. You sort of hear like whispery type sounds and such. And you start to get up and you pull yourself up and you look at yourself for a moment. Your hand looks like it's like enraptured in shadow, and for a brief moment it looks almost like sort of like tendrils like reach out of your fingers before pulling back in when you like panic.
Hush! What the?
No.
Still people here?
Yes. And the scientists are looking at you, sort of panicked, and start to back away, like, oh yeah, you know. And you catch a sight of your reflection, and you look like you're just like a walking shadow almost. And one of the scientists goes running out of the room. Zed,
shit.
you suddenly get a chill up your spine.
He's gonna kind of like look around. Did you feel that?
Feel what?
Well, right as you mentioned that something life and death bring out fate and that you want to use it to empower me, I'm not sure if that's a good idea, because if I'm reading it right, fate manifested or whatever you said. If my so-called fate is to destroy the world, wouldn't that just destroy the world?
I suppose that's a good point.
Although,
I
wonder.
I didn't want to jump to I didn't want to jump right to testing either way.
I don't think I should be allowed near that thing, unless, of course, there could be a guarantee that you guys could get me back under control without, He's gonna like do like a finger gun motion at his head.
We'll simply keep it in research for now. Try and figure out exactly what nature holds. After all, we're dealing with magic now.
Yeah. He's gonna like sigh, kind of like stretch and get up. Well, I gotta go home to talk to someone who's not gonna be too pleased about me joining you guys. Let me know if you need anything.
And then
it was a really long day.
On her phone here. The words, I can speak them. Commander Miller, we have a problem. What is it? Something emerged from the cube. What? Something emerged from the cube on the 17th level. And now back to you, Ace.
Oh shit.
You got the cube floating in the air in front of you. I don't know, it's dropped back down now, but your whole body looks like it's made out of shadow when you look at it. If anybody's ever seen the ending of Shadow of the Colossus, kind of like that.
No time for hesitation. And I'm gonna grab the cube real quick.
And go to run out.
Yeah.
As you run out, you run towards the door without hesitating, because, the key card should just open the door. But the key card does not open the door, as the key card is no longer visibly on you. And as you run towards the door, you hit it, but you sort of feel your whole body warble a little, and you go through the crack in the middle of the door and come out the other side.
What the fuck was that? Whatever, shit. Okay, just keep going.
Is it safe to assume you're gonna go and try and help with whatever had just happened, right, Zed?
He's gonna give a little sarcastic remark God damn it, I have to miss macaroni and cheese night. And then he's gonna start running. I don't know how to navigate this place. Lead the way.
Get a hero point. I like the macaroni and cheese night comment.
Oh, but he's also gonna he's gonna
what?
He's gonna bring along a painting scroll.
Okay.
Several of his painting scrolls.
Yeah, because I think we've implied that you're usually carrying those on you, and this is shortly after the Vessel of Disease fight, so it's fair that you would have them.
Yeah.
So, Ace says, so this has been a busy day for Zed. You luckily still have the cube on you. I imagine you're just gonna start running for the exit, right?
Yep, just...
Stairs or elevator? Or a window washer? I'm joking
Hmm.
about that one.
Nah, stairs. People have to run up and down the stairs. You know, tire themselves out. It's gonna take the stairs.
You start running towards the stairs, and like as you arrive at them, like how are you reacting mentally to what's happened to you?
He's so fucking confused. He knows that magic exists, but now he's been like sort of exposed to it in a way.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot to take in right now. It's
Making
really
you
fucked up,
nervous.
yeah, I wouldn't mind having disadvantage on some checks, to be honest.
All right, get a fucking.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give you a hero point every time you roll with a disadvantage. Then. So
Not in the right headspace right now.
yeah,
He's not the thief.
you start running down the stairs, and Zed, you start going up the stairs. But before you guys can meet, or as you're running down the stairs, Ace, you would see fucking like several guards starting to like come out into the stairs to try and cut you off.
Just
What do you want to try and do?
Do like I did before, back in the fucking what's his face, Francis Roberts. He's going to just step, use the wall as his foothold, right, and just run along the wall for a little bit, and then try and land on the floor behind him.
Do a badass wall run.
Yeah, he's gonna try.
As you do the wall run, I just did a roll. Oh, you're rolling with disadvantage, right?
Yep, that's right.
But also, hold on. So that's gonna remove one success from it. Okay. Fucking. That's alright though, because you roll enough successes. As you run up the wall, you feel almost as if you like stick to the wall a little bit as you go, more than normal, and you realize you're just. Yeah, when you do this, you sort of want to go with the momentum, curve up and then curve back down. But you're not feeling the curve back down as you loop around and soon find yourself running along the bottom side of the staircase above, if you get what I mean, as you're running down. So now you're running on the ceiling. Looking at your feet, they've sort of almost like gotten a suction cuppy effect to them as you run. It's like.
This is fucking weird. I'm gonna keep on going along with it.
You start running, the guards are all caught off guard and are fucking like trying to oh, he's on the ceiling, like, you know, trying to report to the others that you are on the ceiling and such. And then, can you guys tell me what colors you would like to have associated with your oh, you're both gold, aren't you?
I do black and gold, though. You know.
What about you, Ace?
Wasn't it black and gold too? But it's black and gold too. Shit.
Fuck.
Let me hold on. Where is it? Wait, hold on. Red and black.
Red and black?
Yeah. You know, like hearts and diamonds and shit.
Oh, that's a fun idea. So hold on. Come on. Let me do the thing. Oh god, wrong one. Hold on. There we go. UI, the UI, which none of you can tell, I don't think, but I've made some minor improvements to it on my end so I can use it a little more smoothly. We've got the UI up, and so as you're running down the stairs along the ceiling, Zed, you finally burst into a staircase, or you are already moving through the stairs, but you sort of turn and look up, and you see a black shadowy figure running across the ceiling. And combat scenario initiates between the two of you, or a challenge scenario.
Oh, well, what vessel are you supposed to be? Perversion?
Vessel? The fuck's a vessel?
Don't play dumb.
I don't know what a vessel is. I imagine his voice is a bit deeper in this form.
Yeah, that's Commander
Miller. What do we do? maybe I'm just too trusting, but this guy doesn't seem to exactly know what he is. I think we
An
could bring
entity-
him.
He's
I
an
know who I
entity.
am.
He's an entity who emerged from an ancient artifact. We contain him.
No, you guys are not containing shit.
Great.
Can I-
So,
can I
oh
go?
god, we need to establish who's going first in turn order. Shit.
Flip a
Hang
coin.
on. Do you guys
I
have a
choose
preference?
I don't mind flipping a coin. I choose tails. Smile.
Heads. I like getting head.
And Zed's got a tail. Haha. Hang on. So I'm gonna say heads are odd, tails are even. Because I have dice, not coins.
See. Just roll a 1d2, bro.
I don't have a 1d2 in front of me.
Bro. Let's roll a
It is-
d20, pick highest.
It is Zed's turn.
Okay.
Zeddy boy goes firsty.
Right? In that case, from one of my painting scrolls, I want to summon the Kieran again.
What is the Kieran again? Is that the lion?
It's not exactly a lion, it's kind of like an Asian unicorn.
Oh, wait, I know what a Kieran is. I watched My Little Pony. And just
Ooh,
like
I love
that,
that
I've
show.
lost subscribers.
What? You've lost a player, the disrespect! Wow! My culture!
What, your culture was represented
Oh my
by an entire race that
God.
has anger management issues.
No, I'm pretty sure they're supposed
Sorry,
to be
no,
benevolent creatures.
Better wording, not anger management issues, emotional suppression issues.
I see.
Because when they get angry, they light on fire, and when they light on fire and you live in a jungle, that's a bad thing, so they suppress their emotions.
See, that's very different from how.
Oh yeah, I know what the Kirans are in actual mythology. I'm just,
Yeah,
I remember they appeared
'cause
in My Little
I
Pony.
know, because I'm rereading their stuff, and like it says that they even refuse to walk on grass for fear of like harming it, and so they're depicted walking on clouds and water instead.
I'll walk on your clouds and water. Anyway, so
I hope karma bird stops you.
Zed, you go first.
Yes.
You
I
summoned your
wanted to
Kieran, and what do you want to make
I
it
wanted
do?
to summon. I'm gonna. This guy sounds so stupid. I'm gonna put another scroll in its mouth and have it try and, womp.
Portal Womp.
Yes.
Alright, what do you do? So, the fox in front of you pulled out a scroll which had a Kieran emerge from it, which, hang on, let me just show the picture of the Kieran that you posted last time on stream. There's one posted in Ulrich Talk, a statue of it, the other day. I'm gonna go and show it on the... this
But
thing.
I know what a Kieran looks like, but I know what a Kieran is.
Well, it looks like a fucking crazy lion dog thingy.
You just see him back off a little bit.
And in its mouth, he gives it a scroll, and it's gonna unfurl the scroll and run at you and try and basically throw the scroll on you.
No! He's gonna back off as far as he can. It's flight or fight mode right now. It's flight mode.
So a
He's gonna try and
dodge.
run away.
Do you get any advantages?
He gets 2, but he's rolling at disadvantage
Or
still.
bonus dice?
Because there's like a panic in the building, would I get the funny negative ink bonus?
It is not enough of a distressing panic.
Alright.
You need to keep in mind, this thing needs to be like civilians in danger is when you get this.
Alright.
Zed got 2 successes, and Ryan, you got 2 successes with 1 dice break and 1 disadvantage, meaning none.
Yep,
Oh,
sounds
no.
about right. I'm doing
So-
this hero points, baby.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-boo. Get a hero point for having the disadvantage. Willingly.
He's stressed out right now. He's stressed out.
So the fucking as the thing jumps at you, the scroll goes on you, and you find yourself inside of the scroll. In
What
like,
the fuck?
do you want to describe the environment you have painted, Zed?
Ooh, okay. This one is kind of like sweet, like a sweet little it's like a tiny like island in the middle of a pond, surrounded by like lily pads and lotus flowers and like little koi fish going through the water.
And it's all gold, black, and white monochromaticism, right?
Yeah. Well, that was easy. It's gonna
Oh, that's right, because things can't leave without your permission.
yeah, he's gonna fold up the scroll and be like,
Well, hold on. Before you can go and get the scroll, it's Ryan's turn. Ryan, what are you gonna do? You can see, like, sort of floating in the middle of the island is a door that, like, in the size of the scroll to go out. Do you stay here, or do you try and leave?
I'm gonna try and leave. I don't want to be stuck in here for my whatever, how long.
Alright, so we're gonna do a willpower check.
I don't get it. I'm not,
No
I
bonuses?
don't get it. No bonuses at all.
And this is going to be a level 3 challenge.
With the disadvantage, I guess.
Don't worry, Zed. This isn't a thing most people can do.
yeah, I figured that since he was a vessel that he could, so you know,
You
I'm fine
rolled.
with it. Lol.
You have 1 disadvantage and 1 dice break, but you rolled 5 successes, so you pass. You panic, sort of go towards the thing, and you touch it for like you touch, and there's like a it feels like there's a barrier, but as you press on it, all around you, all of like the gold starts to turn black, and it's all everything almost like corrupts and cracks, and you burst out of the scroll. So Zed, as you were like calmly like, oh, that was easy, walking towards the scroll, all of a sudden the guy flies back out of it, is in front of you, like bursts out of it and is in front of you, and you see your painting is completely gone from the scroll.
No, fuck. See what I said about them being older and more experienced than me?
What?
Get a hero point because he's not, and that's the funny part. So now it's
shit.
now it's your turn again, Zed, because Ryan's turn would have been spent having to leave that. This is the first time you trapped a vessel in your painting. What were you gonna say, Ryan?
Are you sure you want to fight me? He sounds really unsure.
Are you sure you want to fight me? What?
I don't know. I never met
fuck are
you
you doing?
before.
Well, I obviously haven't met you before. You haven't even done instructions.
You would definitely recognize him from the news. He's the Ink Shadow Fox furry boy who's been fighting crime and giant monsters.
Wait, I remember you. Why are you here?
What? Who are you? And I know I've been on the news, but who are you? Who are you?
With that, a group of guards are gonna basically try and ambush you, Ryan. Haha,
Oh,
the
shit.
DM prevents you two from for clearing up the misunderstanding. What are you trying to do as a reaction?
So they're running at me, right? Or they're
Yes.
trying to... All right, well, he's going to try and do
They're
what
gonna
he's
try and tase you.
Gonna try and tase me? Well, I bring out my gun.
I forgot you had just a fucking gun on you. Sorry. There's something really funny about like us, 2 fucking arcane creatures dueling each other, and then one of them just pulls out a fucking 9mm.
Very good gun. Very good gun.
Like,
Are you a vessel of gun violence?
I cast.
What are you?
What does that mean?
I cast pistol.
I like to cast Eldritch Blast.
I cast 9mm.
Actually, Arm literally has a character in her D&D campaign who is a wizard, and his whole shtick is that all of his spells are modeled to just look like gun bullets, and his magic object is just a fucking gun. He just shoots people. He's just shooting people, and that's it. Like when he heals somebody, he shoots them with a healing bullet. When he's fucking, like when he's like casting an illusion spell, he fires his gun and an illusion comes out of it. And and he's currently dating a cultist that he seduced so that they wouldn't have to fight him, and I love it.
Oh my
Jeez.
god.
Every time Norm talks about the campaign, I love it more and more. Anyway, what was I saying?
Gun.
Yes, they go at you, and are you just gonna try and shoot them?
He's just gonna let one off. Not at them, but like
Trying to scare them.
just-
Again, I love the idea of a fucking shadowy monster just pulling out a pistol.
He has a
My
little,
character now thinks.
Oh, well, I
Okay.
was gonna say, let me describe what happens actually, because he doesn't just pull out a gun. He reaches sort of in his chest, like in his hand, sort of molds into his chest, and he pulls out what looks like the shadowy silhouette of a gun. And as you fire into the ceiling, a black shadowy bolt flies off and puts a hole through the ceiling, like a big hole through the ceiling.
Just stare up in them.
And of
Oh.
course, everybody backs off.
All right. Now that we got that settled, I'm gonna go.
No. I'm gonna have the Kieran charge him.
Alright.
Charge at him. I wanted to like pin him against the wall.
Hot. What are you gonna do as a reaction, Ryan?
I try and back up into the. I'm gonna try and back up into the wall out of fear. You know, just. Ah!
He pins him against the wall. And sorry, I think it's just because we were making hentai jokes earlier. I was gonna make a really inappropriate joke, then I actually thought about the joke I was gonna make, and I was like, oh no. Because like, if it was like a human pinning him against the wall, it's like, ha ha ha. But then I was like, wait, no, this is like a fucking lion.
Yeah, no. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's,
so
let's,
fuck it.
let's get to the
Yes,
part
yes.
where.
So you're not even gonna try and dodge it. It's gonna back up and let it pin you.
He's gonna back up into the wall,
Mhm.
and then as soon as it jumps, he's gonna put one hand against the wall and get leverage. So it just crashes into the wall.
So Zed rolled 6 successes. You rolled 2 successes with 1 dice break. And do you want a hero point before getting a disadvantage?
Why, thank you.
So that's gonna be maximum of 5 damage can be done in a round.
Stop looking too good.
So that's what it looks
Oh
like
my
now. You deal 5 damage, and he dealt 5 damage, and now you're pinned against the wall, and you're like wind knocked out of you because it was over 5 damage. So you get an extra disadvantage on your next roll.
My god.
So Zed, you've thoroughly or Ryan. Hasty Angel is pinned against the wall, wind knocked out of him, held in position. You're gonna have 3 disadvantages on your next action. What do you do?
My god.
And I have a mediocre understanding of my abilities. Can I make a crack in the wall and try and slip through it?
Like shoot at the wall with your gun and slip through it?
Yeah. I try that.
Okay. Clever, think. Clever girl. I'm doing a roll. You fire your gun at the wall, causing like a little hole to go in it, and you just go through it and are on the other side.
Okay, whatever.
Zed, you saw that
Do I see
happen.
the hole?
Yes.
Team sort of stares.
You
through the wall.
know, as an official member of the OSP, it is within my best interest to do things that will protect the public. So, hope you guys don't mind paying the construction workers. I'm gonna throw my spray can at the wall to blow it up.
Okay.
But I only want to blast through the wall. I don't
Yes,
want to
yes,
cause
I
like
get what you
major structural damage. You know.
I'm doing a roll to see. I'm gonna say that this is a level 4 challenge to blow up a concrete wall.
Can I spend 2 dice
Yes.
or points, whatever?
You got 3 successes and 1 dice break.
Damn.
Meaning if you still wanted to pass, the cost would be fucking 6 hero points.
Yeah, no.
So you fucking throw your thing at it, blow up the wall, and everybody just looks at you like, bruh. As you just made the hole a little worse, but not enough for you to pass through. So Ryan, you read it through, you sort of pause for a breather. I like how I don't even need to say whose turn it is, you guys are just starting to pick up the flow of it now.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's no, your turn. You're like, what do? You pass through the wall. You hear a little explosion, and a puff of yellow comes through the hole.
It's my piss.
I don't want to stay here too long, and I'm gonna just. Where am I? Where am I located right now? Would I know this area?
You were on the 17th floor. You've made your way down to, at this point, either the 6th or 5th floor. You lost count. You are currently right near, like, you popped through, and if your memory of the layout of the building is correct, you're just around the corner from the elevators and the door to the stairwell.
I wouldn't expect it. And then I'm gonna take the elevator.
Yeah.
And just ding!
You go over, get in the elevator, and start riding it down.
Yep. They wouldn't expect it, just saying.
Meanwhile, on your side, Zed, there's a moment of everybody being like, oh shit, what do we do? There's like everyone's scrambling, and then one of the people they got on there in the thing, he's on the elevator. There's security cameras. He's on the elevator. He seems to be taking it down.
Before they go off, he's gonna like start ripping out a bunch of things from his notebook. If you see him, tag this onto him. He's just gonna hand out. He's just gonna hand out the little sketches.
Yeah. Everyone starts taking them and running off.
Right, Kieran. I guess we got ourselves an octopus to find. Not that fond of calamari, but I wonder.
It's worth mentioning the extent he isn't like fully octopi looking per se. Little tendrils of octopus like keep coming off him whenever he's like doing weird shit. It's like when he rammed through the wall for a brief moment, he looked like an octopus. When he was on the ceiling, he had sort of tendrils on him. When he fired off his bolt, tendrils shot out of his arms. He has a very eldritch look. He doesn't always look like an octopus though. He mostly looks like just a shadowy silhouette of a man.
He's gonna be like. That's gonna think to himself for a moment. This guy doesn't seem to know what's happening. It probably had something to do with that artifact. Which means, well, in legend, I eat the vessels. So.
Are you gonna try and vor Ace D'Angelo?
Yes, I am.
You monster.
If this isn't some normal guy, then maybe I could save him.
Do I just hear this?
Oh no, you guys in totally different areas.
Oh, okay.
So are you gonna make your way to the ground floor, Zed?
Oh yeah, but I'm gonna like slide down on like the railing of the stairs. Because I'm an acrobat. Like parkour. I get a +1 to maneuvering in urban environments, and because there's nothing more urban than a giant skyscraper, I'm gonna yeet down the stairs.
So you make your way to the bottom floor, and on every floor from bottom to up, there's like a group of guys waiting at the doors, on which you don't know, Ace. Eventually, you're riding down, and it's just like, like bum ba-dum bum ba-da-ba-dum bum bum bum.
Can I try something at this point?
What?
Can I look around? I feel like this is a very similar situation than to last time I've been on an elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any cameras?
Yes.
Really?
You shoot the elevator. I mean, the elevator, the camera.
Yeah.
And then what?
And then, is there a latch on the top?
Yes.
Maintenance checking?
Fun real life fact, you can't actually open those from the inside. They're only opened from the outside.
Does it have small little cracks in it? So I can,
yes.
Just saying they wouldn't expect it, and it's...
Alright, I like to think you like run up the wall and onto the ceiling, and then just like sink through the top.
Yep. That's what he does.
So, Zed, you and the others are all waiting at the elevator, and then ding! it opens up, and like everyone has like weapons pointed at it. You're sitting there with your spray cans ready, and there's nothing in it. Where'd he go?
Don't tell me he's. Well, he's not taking the elevator, taking the elevator. No telling where he could be now.
They would have said that, like, oh, the camera feed cut out thing. So what are you gonna do? City boy.
Okay. He's gonna be like, I want him to go back to the last place where he fought him. I'm gonna try something really dumb.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a drawing of a bloodhound.
Okay. Like, go back up to the other side of the wall. So while you're on your way doing that, we're gonna switch back. At this point, the amount of time it would take you to get up there and begin painting, we're gonna switch back to Ryan's turn. What are you gonna do while he's on his way up, Ryan?
He paused for a brief moment. Can he hear anything?
You hear some, like, people, oh, where'd he go? He's not in the elevator, blah, 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 blah. You know, the panicked warriors, everyone starts to scramble.
I wait for it to get silence.
And then?
It's silent now?
Yes. Well, I don't think it ever gets fully silent.
Silent enough where it's like,
Yeah.
Alright, I probably slip by now.
So you slip back into the elevator?
Just very carefully, just try and, pop my head in through, I imagine.
So, we're gonna say, since you're, like, waiting for it to calm down, that's enough time for Zed to go up, paint to the Bloodhound. Yeah. And we're gonna go ahead and let the Bloodhound do.
Okay.
I'm doing a roll. Alright, hang on. Do you get bonuses towards using your art powers?
I do have artist. I get +1 to the creation of magical artwork.
You got 2 successes, 1 dice break.
I should have spent hero points.
The Bloodhound is not very skilled at tracking like a real Bloodhound is. You didn't know you didn't paint its nasal passages correctly. And look at that awful hand it had.
Right. Hey, what other animal? Is there like a piece of glass nearby?
Why?
I just need a reflection.
Oh, you want to try and paint a fox?
No. He's gonna look at it and be like, I'm an idiot. Well, there's no time like the present. He's gonna get on all fours and start sniffing around.
Can I hear him?
Oh, jeez.
I like just like the dog you painted. It was like a really shitty like stick figure dog. You're like, fuck.
Fine, I'll do it myself.
Fine, I'll do it myself.
He's gonna try it. Whether or not it works, it's up to you.
I'll let you do another tracking check, but you don't get any bonus dice to tracking.
I would like to use 4 hero points.
So I'm gonna say, before even spending the hero points, you already rolled really good.
Then I don't spend them.
No, you still had to spend them. You declared it.
Fair enough.
So, I like to think the sniffing has nothing to do with it. It's just you're using your own common sense to track back to the elevator and, like, go inside the elevator shaft.
Can I think that it's my sense of smell, even though it's, like, nothing remarkable?
Yes. This is ridiculous. Okay. So, you crawl along, and Ryan, you, like, hit the moment where you're like, alright, you think it's safe to go, and you, like, stand up, and in that moment, Zed, you open the elevator shaft and look in, and you can see him all the way down on the top of the elevator, standing there right as he sinks into the elevator.
I'm gonna dive kick him.
Well, like, it is Ryan's turn at this point.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But you got to see him before he dipped. So, Ryan, you're in the elevator shaft. What is your plan?
Alright. Well, I'm in the elevator shaft, so...
Well, I thought you said you were going to drop into the elevator.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I'm going to drop into the elevator. Just...
And it's open to the lobby where there's a few guys walking around, but nobody's looking directly at the elevator anymore. What do you do?
Just Focus, focus. Come on, Ace. You got this. And he's just still very, 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 calmly. He's trying to be calm. With one disadvantage, because he's starting to calm down ever so slightly.
What are you gonna
He's
try and
going
do?
to. How big is my shadow? How big am I?
You're still human-sized.
Can I be someone's shadow?
Okay. You sort of like look at yourself, think for a moment, and you look to the shadows and you flatten perfectly flat against the floor. And you're able to you are able to walk across shadows like the way you would walk across normal things, and how do I want to word this? In this form, shadows become like walls to you, if you get what I mean. But where there aren't shadows, you can sort of walk around like normal. And like you know how like shadows can have various levels of darkness?
Yeah.
Basically, the darker the shadow is, the more solid and hard it is to move through, while the brighter an area is, the easier it is to move through in this form.
Okay, gotcha.
So you just flatten on the floor, and you're basically able to like tag and look like onto somebody and look like you're their penumbra. You know how there's like multiple shadows?
Yeah.
You're able to sort of just tag on him and like follow his movement to look like one of his shadows. But now to Zed's turn. You saw him dip into the elevator. What do you do?
I'm assuming I didn't see him slip into someone's shadow then, right?
No, unless you tried to tag and follow.
Unless I what?
Unless you want to try and follow or something.
I want to follow, yeah.
So yeah,
But,
I imagine you like
make it
jump down
discreet.
into the elevator, open the door on the top, and like jump in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you do an observation check.
Alright, I would like to spend 3 hero points.
Would I have advantage on stealth, technically?
So what is your normal guile level?
It's a 2. It's a plus. I get 2 extra dice.
So I'm gonna say for this, so the way, okay, this is part of we're moving into Alpha 2 here. I'm making passive rolls way more emphasis of a thing, where when it's not your turn, you're treated as either the success level of your previous stealth attempt or a passive of 3. Your previous stealth attempt, when you were like going onto the elevator to avoid detection, you had rolled a 3. +2, but it's gonna get automatically +2 due to your guile, and another +2 because you're in the shadows. So Zed needs to roll a 7 or higher to spot you.
Well, I
Okay.
spent 3 hero points, so let's see if this works.
5 successes and 1 dice break.
Not even close.
So you need to spend 8 hero points to see him.
Yeah.
So, you are looking around and he's gone.
Hoping I could help him too. That guy seemed normal. Yeah, maybe I could have even gotten rid of it for him. And he didn't have to deal with OSP. Shit. Terrible hero. Ah. Okay.
Such a good thief.
Yeah. I think this is the most successful thieving you've had since like the first session.
Oh yeah, there's always been some step backs.
And the only step back here was something that was completely outside of your control.
Oh yeah, he didn't even know.
And so, with that, the guards would be searching for a while, but Miller would basically tell you, like, yeah, nah, you did a great job today. You proved what an asset you can be, even if he got away.
Assuming he got away with the artifact too, didn't he?
Yes, it seems that way. We're still trying to figure out exactly what happened, but we believe that whatever that was, perhaps the device was more of a prison, or perhaps we misunderstood and it was another vessel prison, and what just happened was a previously sealed vessel was set free by mistake.
Not quite, Commander. I noticed something strange about his dialogue, and based on the riddle you gave me, well, that was found on the artifact, I think I might know what's up. At the same time, can he also like be taking his time drawing a bloodhound?
Yeah, and I think like you would sort of as you're explaining to her. Well, I'm not going to make you explain because we all already know it. We're gonna cut to.
Do it.
Oh, okay. If you want to do it, go ahead.
Give me 1 second, okay? I'm being mugged for my gas money.
What?
Monologue.
What do you mean you're being mugged for your gas money? Oh, I know.
I'm being mugged for gas money.
Yeah. Sorry, I was confused because games and
Please
such
help me, this bitch is crazy.
This motherfucker stole all my hero points, man. Shit was crazy.
Oh shit, man. I guess while Zed's doing that, Ryan, you sort of you slip off out of the city and you're like running through the shadows, and like it's a strange feeling as you're like moving through the city, zipping from shadow to shadow before you eventually like hit an area and like emerge out and are like like you sit down and are like gathering your breath, and like are you gonna like try and like turn normal?
He's just gonna repeated thoughts in his head. Normal.
And you're able to will yourself back into looking how you're supposed to look.
Oh my god! Finally! What the fuck was that? I just hold up the little metallic cube. What? The fuck are you? Oh shit! Oh, that guy was weird. Oh shit! Thanks. Oh. Can I have done something?
Done what?
Thing as I was leaving? A small little Joker card is found somewhere.
All right.
In that facility.
Yee. All right. I like that. You left behind a Joker card. I like to think Ace just has dozens of playing card sets, so we're missing the Joker.
Yep, he has a lot. He has a lot.
I mean, let's be honest, they're fucking cheap.
They're his calling card, actually.
There's just playing card houses or houses and stuff all over her house.
Yep. Sorry, Adelaide. Oh shit. But yeah, it just okay. It's just... What the fuck? What was that?
And do you head back to your apartment now?
After a bit of calming down, he's like, "A change has already been done, I guess," and he'll head back to his apartment.
And now he needs to head back. You know what that means, everybody? Time for me to start playing progressively more and more runs of the Wii music. I'm kidding.
It is.
When you were disconnected, Ryan, I started playing the Wii theme music, and I just kept opening more and more tabs of it.
Uh-huh.
Just gonna dun 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 dun.
Man, what a session so far. Shit. Bro, the vessel of darkness, bro. Crazy, bro.
Sorry, I just played 2 copies of it again.
Oh yeah, people would know what
mugging.
Oh, okay.
People would know what I left means.
Yeah, at this point.
As I was telling Commander Miller, it was called the Vessel Forge. Well, that's what your team may have loosely translated, right?
Yes.
And based on the riddle, life and death meet or whatever, something, fate manifestation. He seemed scared, not really knowing what was going on. So, I have a hypothesis, since theories are more than just a hypothesis. But That vessel forge touched a normal human being, created a vessel within them that is now attached to him, or he may be one himself. Meaning, wherever he's taken it to, they'll be able to create more. He's gonna look like grimly at Commander Miller.
But what does that mean about you, Zed? You don't think you came into contact with the Vessel Forge at some point, do you? And like, I imagine at that moment we were picking up the Joker card that was left behind by Ace, like with your Bloodhound by your side.
What kind of idiot leaves a calling card?
You know this
That's-
calling card. It's one of Ace.
Well,
It's,
unless Zed doesn't watch the news, but Miller would look at it and be like, the kind of idiot who wants people to know he was there. And she takes from her hand and is looking at it. I think I knew who our vessel is.
This is gonna sound gross, Commander Miller. I don't even know if I can manage this, but if you end up powering me up, and he's gonna look at the little Bloodhound, maybe, just maybe, I can provide you with some. Ooh, that's a lot of wrist pain. He's gonna like look at the Bloodhound, who's like, ooh, just missing his leg. But how it pertains to me is that in my prophecy, I eat other vessels, don't I?
Yes.
If this is indeed a normal human being, I could remove it from him completely.
I don't know
or-
if that's how it works.
Yeah, the other thing that's kind of gross would be that I bite into hunks of human flesh, which I don't. But worth a try, right? I mean, whoever this guy is, he's good, and if he has these powers now, it only gets worse.
I think he might be more than good. She says as she looks at the playing card that was picked up. And
But you do know something. Pray tell.
And that's sort of where we'd close the session, because off session she'd explain to who, like, you know, what they know about the, you know, the ghost of justice.
Wait, there's like one thing I want to
what?
do.
What's up?
Very, very kind of like a post-credit scene kind of thing.
Also, I just want to say, this is a very good example of how sometimes the challenge UI can mean absolutely fuck all if we look at what it's looking like as Ace had successfully escaped.
Yeah. I mean, I did that in my last session too.
Yeah, sometimes all it takes is one really fucking good action or clever, like, smart, out-of-the-box thinking.
But before he goes home to Dr. Ursula, he's gonna like go up to like the roof, and would you say it's like a full moon right now or nah?
Sure, we can say it's full moon for the sake of it. And once nightfall comes.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, okay. You need to be better if I want to keep up with all the other people in the city. Until this point, I've had help of people, but here goes nothing. And I want him to basically like try and like expand the amount of like despair he could like draw in all at once, and like.
Zed, I know what you're trying to do. This is a thing that's gonna get set up later. Stop. Sorry. Hi, Pep.
Yeah,
I know you want power-ups, but they're gonna happen dynamically.
Okay. I want him to practice, Smile.
Yee.
Another post-credit scene occurs. This is the end credit scene. It's just Ace sitting on the rooftop as his form just slowly shimmers. That's it. Nothing else.
I like that. B. I hope everybody's enjoyed that episode of Halo Infinite.
We got a lot of people watching today. Great.
Yay!
I sure had fun. I should.
I know neither of you guys have anything to plug. I don't know. I'm gonna just say, go watch other Hero Infinite. There's a there's the playlist for Hero Infinite as a whole, or there's a playlist for every individual hero if you only want to see more of that hero. We'll see all you later. I've been Ollie Rick.
I've been Ryan. I'm Ryan.
No.
Know me.
Zed has been Zed.
No. I'm gonna subvert expectations and not do what you guys did. And bye.
Okay, I'll see all you
Wow.
later. Ta-ta!